What's up, everybody? I am Jack Jones and you are watching Motivation Monday, and today we're going to be talking about the 2 key traits that have helped me find success in life and to really keep going when I've had hard times, because I've talked about this before and I try not to hit it too much, but my life really has been characterized a lot by long periods of depression, and I think it stemmed from leaving China. So I don't know if you know this, but when I was 8 years old, I was adopted from China. So at 8 years old, I basically left every single person that I knew in the entire world, and I moved to the United States, which I'm very grateful for, because who knows what I would be doing if I were still in China. I would probably not have this YouTube channel. I would probably not be fit or healthy or have done a lot of the other things that I've been able to do. So I'm very thankful for that. But what it did do, leaving, at 8 years old, it created just a whole bunch of internal unresolved things that it's taken me. I'm 30 now, and I think I'm still working through it. I still find it very difficult to make lasting connections with people. And one thing I've noticed is I will have friends in life, but as soon as someone moves away, I completely lose touch with them. And that's very different from other people that I know. And I know it comes from moving away from China. Like when I went to basic training, I basically didn't keep up with anybody, and I didn't miss people. And that's the oddest thing, is to be away from your family and your friends and everyone in your life, and to not miss a single person. And I know that comes from when I left China. Anyway, that's getting into too much detail there for this video, so those have created issues where then later on other things would happen, and then I would just go into just a really low period in my life and have no energy and not be productive or do anything for just months and months at a time. And the one trait that has kept me really alive through those periods is the trait of persistence. And I think that persistence developed out of just a pure survival need, because I don't think I could have survived just these multiple bouts of long depression if I didn't have persistence. And in fact, when I was younger, there were times when I seriously contemplated, like, I don't want to go on anymore. But as I've gotten older and have learned and have progressed through these difficult periods in my life, this persistence has grown almost to kind of a physical entity that lives inside me. And now there's absolutely no question that it doesn't matter how hard things get, I'm going to continue on. And I've really felt this when I was hiking the Appalachian Trail. So about the first 500 miles of the trail is just awesome. It's an awesome adventure. Everything is new. But then after 500 miles, you start to get really tired. Your feet start to hurt. And so by about like mile 1,000, it starts to get really tough. And then from there on out, you're waking up every day super stiff. Everything hurts. I got stress fractures in my feet, and it was really tough to continue because there was nothing keeping me there. I didn't have any obligations. There was no reason I needed to finish, but except for the fact that I wanted to finish. And so that's why only about 20% of people who attempt a through hike will finish their through hike, because it's so easy to quit, because you are the only person that's keeping you out there. Nobody else. It's not like a job where you have to show up every day, and it's not like school or the army where there's an external factor. You are the only thing that's keeping you out there, and you're out there day after day in pain, in the weather. By the end, I was facing 20-degree weather, and it was just super cold. I was in a ton of pain. I was really hungry. It was really lonely. But because I built up this persistence inside, I was able to continue and finish and do something that really not many people can say that they've done in their life. And so this persistence has really helped me achieve a lot of the successes that I have found in life. So I'll give you a few examples. What I mean when I say don't quit is that you should, whenever you're setting out to do something, you're setting out with a goal or an intent in mind. So for example, I quit Navy ROTC after I did it for 7 weeks. I quit my computer science degree in my sophomore year when I found calculus to be too hard. I quit, what else did I quit? I quit like 3 accounting jobs, and I've quit lots of those things, but the core essence of what I was trying to accomplish, I continued on. So I continued, there was some part of me that wanted to have the military experience, so I continued on after I quit that Navy ROTC, I joined the Army National Guard 2 years later, and I served 6 years successfully as an Army infantryman, and I got out as a sergeant, and I earned my EIB, and I earned my air assault wings, and quite a few other things. And I'm really proud of that accomplishment, because being an infantryman is not an easy thing. But so even though I quit on that Navy ROTC, I still stuck to this larger goal of I want to have a military experience. And even though I quit on that computer science degree, I still stuck to my larger goal of I want to get a degree. So I eventually got a degree in accounting. And then, I quit my accounting jobs, which that was just a good decision, because for me, working as an accountant is just horrible, and I don't want to do it. But I continued on. The whole purpose of that, behind that, was I wanted to provide for myself, so I continued on kind of building businesses and doing those kind of things. So in every one of us, there's these core things that we want out of life, and you should just continue to pursue those. It might mean that, maybe one of your goals is financial freedom, but maybe you get a job and you realize in 3 or 6 or a year that you don't like this job. Well, it's okay to quit that job after you've given it long enough period of time to truly decide, but don't quit on that dream of financial freedom. There's a million different ways to achieve financial freedom, and different paths for everybody, but if you have that goal, then go for it. Don't let temporary setbacks keep you from the big things in life that you really want. So that's how I look at depression and all these different things that I've quit and I've failed at, is they're just temporary setbacks. They're not indicative of who I am as a person, or the fact that I can never achieve what I want. And truly what they are is they're really good lessons, and they set me up for future success. And that's how you should look at everything in your life. So if you've quit at several different things, but you still want to pursue this idea or this goal, then just look at these failures that you've had in the past. All they are is lessons. They're telling you what not to do, and now you have a much better grasp, a much better understanding of how to move forward into the future. And so the second character trait that I want to talk about is the willingness to try anything and to try everything. So what I did last week was I finished up the 21 days of the Wim Hof method, which was 21 days of cold showers and ice baths, and I went out to Colorado and I walked around in the mountains only in a t-shirt until my hands were frozen and in pain. And that's kind of a crazy thing to do, but it taught me quite a bit. It's really, really good for pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and it's really good for waking yourself up in the morning. And even if I got no benefit out of it, at least I went and I tried and I figured it out for myself. And this is another character trait that I've had for most of my life. Now again, I think it developed out of depression, because when I'm really, really low, I'm willing to try anything to make it better. So I've tried every supplement and nootropic under the sun. I've tried just so many different tactics and methods, and a lot of them are crap, but a lot of them help and a lot of them work. And I've found a lot of good resources and books and just other things through this kind of desperation trying. And I think that has built up into a habit now where because I've tried so many different things, and I've seen how some of the most random attempts have had profound impact. So for example, this channel came about because I was playing Diablo 3 all summer, and I just said to myself, hey, I've got a pretty good character, why don't I try to make a video? So at that time I had zero experience making videos. I had zero experience on YouTube. I had zero experience making tutorials or talking on camera, but I said, why not? This seems like an interesting thing to do. Lots of people are doing it. Lots of people are watching these gaming videos, so why not try it? And so I tried it, and now that it's turned into this whole channel, and 44,000 subscribers, and it's been able to support me for the most part for the last 4 years. I've had to get other odd jobs here and there, but I pretty much haven't had to work full-time since I graduated from college, because I've been working on this YouTube channel, and that all came about because I was willing to just try to make a video. And that has happened so many other positive effects on life. So trying intermittent fasting is incredible. Trying out different workout styles, different diets, and just trying different books and trying different meditations, and they have all really added just a lot of value in my life. even though most of them haven't. But you find the things that do add value, and they add tremendous amount of value. All right, I'll wrap this video up. So to conclude, the two traits are persistence and then the willingness to try anything. And so to develop persistence, it's just like anything else. The more you practice at it, the better it gets, the stronger the muscle grows. And I think the simplest thing to develop persistence is to just make a decision right now that it doesn't matter how hard life gets, you're gonna keep going. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna focus on the next step, and just be persistent. And when it gets really, really tough and you wanna curl up in a ball and die, well then just ask yourself, what is the simplest thing that I can do, and I'm gonna go do that. And just make that decision in your heart right now that you are not going to quit. You're going to keep going after your goals, and you're going to get them. And so that is developing persistence. And then on the trying anything front, again, it's just really simple. You just got to go try new things. So you might catch yourself when you read something new, read a new idea, hear something new, you might catch yourself saying, well, that sounds stupid, why would anyone try that? Or this is too hard for me, or I would never succeed at that, or you might catch yourself saying one of these negative things to just shoot the idea down immediately. So what you need to do is develop this habit of once you catching yourself in this negative self-talk and saying, no, well, I don't know, because you truly don't know until you try it, right? You really don't know until you try it. And so, like, what would have happened if Michael Jordan had just never tried basketball? Because I'm sure he sucked at first at basketball, or any of these great sports stars, or anyone who's good at anything. At some point, they had to try their art or their sport and realized that they were terrible at it, but they continued to try at it, and that's how they got better. And so that really is life. So just don't count yourself out immediately. Go out and just try it and see what happens and see what you learn from it. And a lot of times you'll legitimately say, this sucks, I don't want to do this. But a lot of other times you'll find just new opportunities and new avenues open to you. So be really persistent, don't ever quit, and then try everything. And it reminds me of that Teddy Roosevelt quote about the man in the arena, where it says, the person that counts is not the critic, but the man in the arena who tries, and who, if he fails, at least he fails knowing that he dared to live. And I think that is so important, is you need to dare to live. And life can be really hard sometimes, but you just need to dare to live. And it really doesn't matter about your results as much as your intention to dare to live, and to take risks, and to face fears, and to have that courage to go out and live. And so I guess that's kind of the final message that I have is, we're all in this arena of life, and you can curl up if you want and wait in the corner, and probably you'll be safe, and you won't have too many scares. But that's not the point. We're here to live, right? So go take risks, go take chances, go face fears. And again, just for my own life, who I am has changed so much in the last decade because I've been willing to go out and to take risks. And I've failed so many times, and I've fallen down so many times, but you just keep trying. And eventually it does bring you to a better place every time. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy these Motivation Mondays. Your comments motivate me. So if you have questions or comments, just put them down below. I read all of them. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have an awesome day.